What's up, everyone? I'm Ashley Smashley. In this video, we're going to talk about what to do when you feel anger and rage during your awakening. If you are new to this channel, you're going to want to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications because we are just getting started over here, baby. Your girl is going to blow up. You're going to want to be here to watch it all go down. Now, I know it's dark and I know it's super late, but today I have had one of the most intense releases in the history of my awakening, and it was processing out rage and anger and even a little desire to kill or do something dangerous, right? And okay, so first of all, let's get this clear. On this channel, we don't spiritually bypass. We don't pretend that we are beyond where we're at on our awakening journey. Okay, and let's get this straight as well. Earth was created to experience the darkness. Okay, these low frequency emotions, they are energy, like rage and anger, among all the other low frequency emotions. That is what we came here to experience. We need to feel them. It's okay if we feel them, right? We need to not judge them and label them negative and try to change them. There is a ton of this running rampant in the spiritual community, this good vibes only, raise your vibration, just think better thoughts. All of this, it is a false light program being spoken by a false light prophet. Anyone that tells you to not feel a negative emotion and feel something different by thinking better thoughts or, doing something else, that is a false light prophet. Okay, we came to feel these emotions. In our natural state, we are high vibe, love and light. Earth, as the Bible even states, was created for the dark. Whatever the Bible says about it being for the devil, and the fallen angels came to bring the darkness. Okay, it wasn't a war in heaven though. They volunteered. The fallen angels, we came to bring the darkness. And then all the high vibe, love and light spirits want to incarnate here to come and play in the darkness. Okay, so don't be ashamed or upset or feel bad or judge your low frequency emotions, especially anger and rage. We have to feel them to get that energy out of our body. So if you haven't heard me say this before, all of our emotions have an energetic component to them. It is vibrating at a lower frequency than our elevated emotions, like gratitude and love and joy and bliss and all that jazz. Anyway, when we are children or even later in life, but the ages from 0 to 7, our subconscious mind is wide open because our conscious mind is not developed, and we are absorbing everything that we see and hear around us, right? We're getting programmed with all these beliefs and emotions and whatever. If your parents were yelling at you, you better believe you have anger and stuff stuck in your body. These low frequency emotions, okay? So when you get triggered in your everyday life, what you're doing is activating this energy that is trapped in your field, this low frequency emotion. So in that moment, when you are triggered, you have two different choices. You have the choice to feel that emotion and honor it and process it and release it out of your field. Or you can continue to repress it by ignoring it or thinking better thoughts or distracting yourself or getting high or doing whatever it is. There's a countless gazillion different ways people avoid feeling their emotions, right? So those are your two options. Feel it and release it, or avoid feeling it and keep it repressed within your field. And that energy is going to stay stuck in your field. The low frequency energy from that emotion, like rage or anger, is going to stay stuck in your field until it gets processed and released. And you're going to continue to attract people that trigger that, and until you wake up to how this process works and you stop listening to these law of attraction wannabe love and lighters that are false light prophets, like spewing Abraham Hicks crap. That is all surface level spirituality, right? You will eventually evolve beyond that. If you actually do the spiritual work, you will evolve beyond these law of attraction teachings or these think better thoughts or this just good vibes only, love and light nonsense. You will see eventually when you get into the nitty gritty of the shadow work and the releasing and all the processing of the emotions and stuff, what we were doing when we first got into the spiritual realm of thinking about the law of attraction and these love and light teachings and such, that ain't it. It ain't gonna work. If you actually want to raise your vibrational frequency, your dominant vibrational frequency, you have to release the low frequency energies out of your field. Now, how do we do that? In the moment, okay? I have been raging out almost all day, crying hysterically, okay? And I've been bopping around door dashing in public. So the first thing you want to do is to allow yourself to feel it. Don't try to change how you feel, okay? But we're feeling it from a different space. We're feeling it from a higher state of consciousness and knowing, hey, I'm a love and light being. I came to earth to feel these emotions. It's cool. I'm raging. It's cool. I'm angry, right? And then from that space, you can allow it to naturally process out of your field. And as I let it be, it kept coming up and out of my heart. And I was just crying it out of my heart, all this rage and anger. And I don't think I've even mentioned this on my channel before in the depth that I'm about to go into it. But my character, my human, my dad killed my mom, which I have mentioned that before. But then also my one of my great uncles was a serial killer, a cannibal serial killer. Killing is literally in my DNA, right? So I incarnated Ashley Smashley into this lineage to transmute this rage with intent to kill. And my character, she wanted to kill even when she was a child. She had thoughts of that. But when I was like 20 years old or something, I got into a physical brawl with my ex-boyfriend and I stabbed him. And when I stabbed him, he dropped to his knees and I felt a power and a rush of something that is like nothing I could even explain to you in words. And in that moment, I was like, this is why people become serial killers. This right here, this feeling. And throughout most of my 20s, I would have psychotic episodes. Now, were they actually psychotic episodes or was I channeling my uncle, the serial killer? So these psychotic episodes that I would have, they were like literally every 2 months or so, and they would last 2 weeks. And they were so consistent that my friend is the one that pointed it out to me. And she said, do you realize that this happens for 2 weeks? Every 2 months, you have a psychotic episode. And in this psychotic episode, I literally thought I was a cannibalistic serial killer. And I had a very hard time functioning as my human, Ashley, while in my head, I'm literally a cannibalistic serial killer, right? So I've always had a hard time keeping jobs and stuff. And these episodes would usually end with me checking myself into a mental hospital or the emergency room or somewhere. I was like, if I do not get myself off of these streets and into a facility, I am going to somebody, right? So my human has this within her, right? It's encoded in my DNA. So for me, this has been a long process of allowing this rage to come up and to release it properly. In the moment, you just let yourself feel it and experience it, and don't label it negative, don't judge it, don't try to change how you feel, right? But in public, if you're dealing with people, you can still be kind and nice and polite to people. Like maybe you're not over the top bubbly like I normally am. Like I wasn't today. I wasn't extremely friendly, but I knew in that moment, I'm like, I can master this emotion. I can feel this rage and not be the rage and not take it out on other people. But we cannot avoid feeling these emotions or you are going to keep them trapped in your field and you will stay stuck in a lower dominant vibrational frequency because you are not allowing this energy to flow out of you. You keep repressing it by ignoring it and not allowing yourself to actually feel it and honor it. It's two completely different things to feel it and honor it from a higher state of consciousness, to release it and allow it to flow through you, instead of feeling it and embodying it and living it and being it and identifying it and taking it out on other people. These are two completely different emotional states at a different vibrational frequency. We're approaching feeling this emotion from two completely different spaces. So don't be afraid to feel your emotions. Like in the law of attraction spiritual community, everybody wants to run from the low frequency emotions and keeping them trapped in your field. Okay, that's not going to work. You have to get this energy out of your field. Just allow it to exist and learn to master these states of rage and anger without taking it out on other people. And that is how you will actually process and clear this energy out of your field. Do not feel guilty and do not feel ashamed. This is a collective. We are one, right? So anybody that's denying their low frequency emotions, they're just dead weight in the collective. And this is the ascension, baby. If you want to activate your DNA and unlock your infinite potential, you cannot hang on to this low frequency energy. You have to feel it and release it properly. And find your own way, okay? Find your own way to do that. And you're definitely going to want to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and keep following my journey, because I'm telling you what I went through today. Ooh, baby, it's coming. I know I look like, on paper, my life looks like a little crazy right now. I'm living in my car. I don't really have a job. I just do DoorDash and whatever. But yeah, it's coming. It's all coming. Okay, I even have some doubts sometime when I get caught up in my little tizzies about like thinking I need to go be doing in the 3D to make my life better, or, you know, to get myself out of these lower frequency states instead of actually allowing them to process out of me. But the only way I'm letting myself go through these different states is because I stepped out of society. So that is how, because then I have the time, I have the energy, I have the space within me to get these energies out of my field. So do what you got to do. Man, this is what's happening. Not the 3D world, not your goals, not your business, not whatever you got going on, okay? Raising your frequency requires you to process and feel your emotions. So definitely allow that anger and rage to exist from a higher state of consciousness. And if you like this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video.